Affordances and signifiers is one of the major concepts in user experience design, or one of the basic concepts of UX. Now, what affordances means is just how you can use any object or what can be done with it. For example, smartphone affordance is that it can be turned on, it can be turned off. We normally see a screen attached to it, so we can touch the screen, we can tap on the screen, and you can also insert it into your pockets because of its small size. These are few of the affordances of smartphones. Similarly, doors, they can be opened, they can be locked, you can hide behind a door. This is also an affordance. Now let's see what are anti-affordances. Anti-affordance is the opposite of affordance, and it shows that what you cannot do with that item or object. For example, we can't use smartphones as a hammer because we can see there is a glass screen on it. We know that it's sensitive and it can break if I try to hit something with it. Similarly, if you have used Photoshop or any design software, you know that there is always a canvas present and there is a bounding box around the canvas. And that bounding box or that white screen or that document boundaries in Microsoft Word or Google Docs, that shows that this is the boundary of that document. You cannot go outside of this boundary, or you cannot perform this action with it. So this is anti-affordance. There are few features built in any product. You can look at it and you can see, okay, it has sharp corners, so I should avoid it. I cannot, put it in my pocket. They might stick into my skin. These affordances and anti-affordances, they are again related to your perception. If you can't perceive that it's a door, you will never try to lock it or you will never try to open it. So for that we need signifiers. Affordances are all about what actions are possible with this object. Now signifiers basically tell us that this is the sign or this is the button you need to press to do this action. So signifiers communicate where you can perform the action. Like you can see the handles on the doors. You know that this handle can be moved down or up, or you can open it, or you can rotate it to open the door. So this door handle or knob is basically signifier. In interface design, signifiers are in different shapes. Like you can see the search field, the buttons on the search field. Okay, so you know that you can click in this search field to type something. So this is a signifier. You can also see the buttons on an interface. They are a bit elevated or they have shadows under it. That is a signifier. It is a sign that this action is possible with this element. You can press this button. Now moving on to how we are going to use these affordances and signifiers. To create a delightful user experience, you need to have affordances and anti-affordances perceivable. What does that mean is you are going to use very strong signifiers to show what actions are possible and where the user need to press or do the action. That's why we have very big search bars and big buttons on major e-commerce stores like Amazon and Walmart. It specifies that this primary action is possible in this website and you need to perform it. Now having a very big or very significant signifier helps a lot. User can instantly see that this is an e-commerce store. I need to find or search over here. Most of the users are going to use search bars. So this is all about signifiers, affordances and anti-affordances. I'm going to show some examples. Now if you look at this website Amazon.com, you can see there is a very big search bar over here with the search icon, and if I hover on it, you can see it signifies that this is touchable or pressable. So I can use this one to search any product I want. Then you can see we have these arrows over here, my customer record, and there are few more buttons. So if I hover on these areas, you can see they are turning into buttons and it is going to show me a list. So I can see that all these are signifiers, these buttons, these hover states, this dark color of this area, you can see over here, this is a signifier that this area is important. You can perform actions over here. Now, if we take the example of Walmart.com, you can see over here, again, the same pattern is repeated over here. We have a very big blue bar over here. So most of the action is taking place in this area. This is a signifier. And then we have this very big yellow button, powerful color, and again a big bar to search over here. This is again a signifier. And you can see these are hover states. These are signifiers that these actions are possible, and you can use these areas to do these actions. Okay, so I can click on this one. So also you can see on my hover, you can see a small hand icon. So it means that this is pressable, or I can click on it. So these are all the signifiers used to elaborate the action, what actions are possible and how you are going to complete it, where you need to click. Okay. So this is all about signifiers and affordances and anti-affordances. Let's move on to the next lesson.